turn 7 at, I was going to say Leipzig, well, kind of, Dennewitz. And what have we got here? He's sort of pushing forward. He's got a lot of troops coming down towards us from the northwest. More than I probably thought. They've just appeared, and he's slowly pushing forward that cavalry, and there's even more cavalry behind him, or behind them. Over here, at the woods, doesn't look like he's done much at all. He's moved that battery round as we thought he would, or as I thought he would. When I bumped into them last time, it was kind of logical that he was going to turn that around. And we've got some cavalry. He's bringing those lancers up behind, so we're going to have a bit of a stalemate. Might have to retreat back into the woods here. Don't want to get caught out in the open with that cavalry. You've got 3 batteries, and then this 4th battery here. So maybe occupy them, hold them down, rather than go for them. And just got to be wary of his cavalry as well, because he's got a lot more cavalry than I have. And they're lancers, and they are a match for my Chasseur Cheval, especially C quality. So I might have to have a think, what do I want to do with my own cavalry? Bring it down. I mean, it's good cavalry country around there. Maybe should I bring up the Germans? Or I could always still bring the Germans up, actually. I think I might do that. Might bring them up this road. Just because, based on the fact that he's got so much coming down the road, and I haven't got many battalions, divisions worth maybe. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring the Germans up this road. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. That's all they can do. And the Poles, they're going to go up to Goldsdorf, and then they're still going to go up on that left-hand side. Other than that, I'm going to sort of consolidate in the woods, I think, rather than fight it out. So I'll get on with that, and I'll see you in a few. I had a complete change of heart. And, right, we'll start where the plan sort of went to normal. I moved the Germans, and the Poles are going up still. That's business as usual. But then, as I looked on the road at my troops, I've got next to nothing, basically, to deal with all of this lot coming down. And that's not enough. And all they would do is delay, rout, and get beaten. I looked at the terrain. It's not too bad here, but he can go around the back of me, Wormsdorf there. And then I thought, well, look, there's a creek here. There's some high ground. I can set some guns up. And I can await the rest of my troops coming up. So that's what I'm doing. I backtracked everybody. They're coming back through Niedergorsdorf, and they're going to set up batteries and a defensive position on this side of the creek. Setting up some batteries of artillery up here. So now that I have done that, I can put out some skirmishers just to be sure, and unlimber that battery to fire. We should get some opportunity fire on those lancers as well. So that's the plan. Better bring my supply up for my artillery, and I'm basically bringing everybody back. I'm going to have a little defensive position sort of around this bridge, this crossing point here. I'll leave some Leger troops in there and these little 3-pounders just to delay them, so it buys me a little bit of time, just in case. And with my cavalry, is that horse artillery? It is indeed. I will bring on that basis, I will bring my cavalry out this way. So they're going back on themselves as well. Not to worry. It's not like we have to get this done quickly. We've got quite a few turns yet. We've got 47 turns, so that's what I'm going to do. I need more troops to be able to go on the offensive, I think. Maybe I was overstretching myself. I would have overstretched myself if I stayed on that Wormsdorf Niedergorsdorf road. Up in the woods, I kind of... Devin emailed me and said the game is a little bit unplayable because of a lot of troops are routing. Okay, good to know. But I don't know where they've routed from. I didn't watch the time back. However, if we look at the optional rules, I just thought I made a mistake and had movement threat disorder selected. I think I explained it's very heavy-handed, that new rule, and basically if a squirrel runs along or a robin breaks a branch, everybody route and disorders. I also put route limiting on, so it shouldn't be as heavy-handed as without it, obviously. I think I would say he's talking about these Landwehr, and they are poor quality anyway, and they will disorder and they will route a lot more readily. I'm not sure about the Civil War games, haven't played one, how they are in comparison, but during the Napoleonic Wars, I mean, the Landwehr were very poor quality troops. They were numerous, but they were quite poor quality on the whole. Some of them were distinguished themselves at various points during the wars, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's these he's talking about. On that note, since we're here, I'm going to bring forward some troops and skirmish. Now, I've got 70 guys here, 140. I was just thinking, is it worth having a sneaky attack on that battery? We'd need a leader to do it. Oh no, we're in command range, aren't we? Because he's in the woods. Just double check, who is their commander? 4th Squad, 15th Division, 2nd Battalion, Fontanelli. So, and what's his command range? So that's his units. Oh, he's just out. They're just out. But saying that, come up to a nice central position, and he will be in range. I'm going to have a sneaky try at trying okay, not too bad, but it was worth it. I think it was worth the gamble. Right, let's get some artillery there. I don't really do counter battery fire. It wasn't really done, it was just a waste of ammo, although it can be quite effective in the games at times, but generally it's not that effective. Okay, I unlimbered this gun, so it won't be able to do anything. Unlimbered this gun, so it won't be able to do anything. Brought this gun up, of course it ran out of power. Oh, power, sorry, late. Movement points, so I can't really do anything with it. I think it's about all I can do with the troops that I've got here. Right, what I did manage to do was bring these Italian Legers round and the skirmishers round onto the side of these 500 Landwehr or reserve infantry and this battery. So I am going to have a crack at them. Oof. Bloody hell. That was costly. And now they're going to rout probably, and they're going to get caught by the Lancers. It was worth the risk. I mean, B quality. They weren't that fatigued. Okay, didn't have a leader in the same hex, but they were under command range and attacking them from the side. And reserve infantry, they're no more than C. Okay, no, it is what it is. No problem. But what I do need to do is protect this little battery here, but I'm going to leave these troops here. Oh, I've got some more skirmishers, but movement in the woods is costly. Can't go anywhere with them. So what I'll do is see what I want to do around here. Can these little pop guns reach his cavalry? Can they? Heck. They fired. It's about all I can do then, really. Let me just think. Do I want all I've got a lot of troops out in the woods, and I've got my pioneers there, reserve guard. He's got a lot of land there, big old battalions, aren't they? No, I'll play it cautious because, as I said, I want to hold an action here rather than an all-out assault. So that's what I'll do. I'll leave them there as it is, and so that's how we're looking at the minute. We've got the Poles going up over here. Big arrow. But the Germans now going to come up this road. That's not even the road they're going up. They're going to come up this road. Hopefully draw off a lot of these troops from the crossing. We're going to defend the crossing and have a hold and action at the woods. Look at that for symbology. Okay. Oh, and the reserve. Oh, my cavalry. It's not even reserve cavalry. They're going to come over here, and we're going to wait. It's like some weird version of noughts and crosses or circles and arrows. We're going to wait for my troops coming in an hour of game time. So that's where we're at. I'll send it back to Devon, and thank you for watching, and make sure to leave some comments, but don't tell me what he's doing. Right, this is turn 8, and we're 10 past midday. Well, looking up to the northwest, I see a lot of black blocks, so he's heading down that road towards me. And it's making me think now, these Germans, do I want to actually bring them up to Wormsdorf, to that line, or keep them where they are? Just looking at the terrain, it's not bad defensive ground. We've got some nice spot of high ground with a windmill, which will offer us a little bit of, oh no it won't, it's just a feature, okay. But we've got some nice defensive territory overlooking, or high ground overlooking the road, that avenue of approach. And we can also defend the churchyard and the cemetery as well, which make it quite hard going for him. I might continue the cavalry going up this way though. Where are we? Yeah, I might continue the cavalry going up this way. But if I defend here, Dennewitz, I've got my cavalry, and I defend here, then ideally he's going to fight me on 2 fronts. That means, hopefully, he comes here, and he comes here. And then, if I play it right, then I can sort of envelop him around here and destroy him. That's a plan. We'll see how it goes. Possibly. The other thing, defending so far south, is closer to my reinforcements, which are going to come up these roads here. And that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another hour from 1 o'clock, 2 hours, so 2 o'clock-ish, we can get some reinforcements there. And we can come up to Seehausen as well on these roads, maybe that was a bit more than an hour. So that's the plan, get everybody back over the river, start defending it, because it's all creeks here. You can't cross, but there is a little crossing there, a couple of little crossings between me and Dennewitz. There is a river here that he can cross. Ah, what's happening with the Italians then? Okay, they're still there. I thought they would have got destroyed, but they're still there, which is good. Pretty much going to, as I said, stay where I am, holding action. What's he got there cavalry-wise? A lot. What's that? Call those 45s, 90, 180. Not too bad, not too bad. As I said, I'm not going to move forward. Wouldn't mind taking 1 or 2 of the batteries though on this high ground, if I can, but we'll see. Around here, so everybody is going to, oh, I've got those guns set up quite, that's nice. And they can see the tail end of that cavalry, which is even better. So I'm going to set up a nice defensive position either side of this road here, overlooking this ground, maybe one here, and some guns here. Oh, it's not that great to find the site. Been blocked by the town. But I will set up a nice mini grand battery there overlooking to the west, because that's where you're going to come. You can have Wormsdorf. My Germans are going to come on this high ground. Nice, oh, not that great line of sight. Blocked by the windmill. So that's the place for my artillery. Or possibly there. Depends where he's going to come down. Nice line of sight. I'll get moving then. And then I'll tell you what I did. So that's me all moved. Polish cavalry on the road. They're carrying on going northwest. The Polish line troops themselves, I've put them into Golsdorf because that's quite a nice place to try and defend. And I need to keep this road open. I can't afford to have him come down here. Backside. Start getting the Germans into position slowly but surely. That'll take them a turn or two to get into position, but we have a turn or two. He's nowhere near yet. Niedergorsdorf. I put some skirmishers out, light troops. Got a couple of formations of Legers out on the road. And this is going to be my blocking force, just a battalion there. They're going to stay there and just basically deal with his advance guard, his vanguard, if he sends one down. At the minute, I don't think he can actually see what I've got here. And if, well, he might be able to with these, actually. Not in the town. No, so that'd be a surprise for him. And we've got a turn or two before he sees us. At least a turn. Possibly he might make it down there. Can they see from the road? That's one thing I don't like about the Tiller games. You can... you can sort of see everything. Not just what the commanders see. And line of sight you can do from any hex. Which is... it's okay. It's a little bit gamey. Like you've got a drone or something. I've heard in some of the Civil War games you can basically... only see line of sight from a hex that's occupied by one of your forces, which is a nice idea. 7 Years' War, I'll show you the next time. What they've done since the update is, whatever you can't see, they'll put a cloud over the screen, you know, like cumulonimbus clouds, anywhere you can't see. I don't know if I like it yet. It's different, put it that way. I'll show you that next time I have it set up. Around my side of the creek then, I'm starting to get my artillery up onto that high ground. I have to send some troops out maybe into this gully here just to protect me from those cavalry, although we do have these guns. And we will duly oblige firing into the back of these lancers. Oh, nice shot. Those optional rules not being selected, it's not, the dice roll aren't as average. You can either get all or nothing. And sometimes you win a fight that you've absolutely no right to win. And other times you can send a guard in and they get finished off by militia, for example. But it's nice. It adds to the unpredictability of warfare. And if you think about it, that could happen. We're not rolling dice as such, but if your leader gets shot with the first step he takes, the attack's going to falter. Other times a leader might come to his own and, you know, rally the men until the last man. So I quite like that. Right, what are we doing down here? I tried to get these Leger away, but as soon as they moved, they ran out of points. Now they're facing aft, so they're going to get hit. Got some skirmishes here we can use. Opportunity fire back. Okay, so we do have some guns unlimbered. They are just our 3-pounders. And I moved my skirmish line a bit as well from here. No, I can't move anywhere. And I got some routed troops here as well. I think they must have been cannon fire from up here. Let's have a go. I have sent 3 battalions forwards because I need to take at least one of those batteries. He's got more lancers there. Crikey. What's he got back here? A lot of routed troops. They must be the ones he was on about last time. Still safe from his cavalry for the time being. I think it's just out of range still. By 3 hexes. Yep. Let's fire on his infantry here though. No effect. That's unusual. He can counterfire all day, no problem. Alright, so they can stay where they are. Okay, so... and the other thing was, the big thing, I'm starting to move my German cavalry across with their horse artillery just to give myself a little bit more presence down here. If I need to bring them back, I will. They're not going to go to the front line as such. They're going to hang around in this gap here. Just make their presence known to him so that he can see, oh, well, he's got quite a lot of cavalry down here. I've kept 2 squadrons back in Dennewitz just to, they're going to look after the crossings here and scoop between the two, just to, if I have to bring them back, it'll buy me time so they can't cross the river. That's the plan. So, that's where we're at the moment. Not too bad, quite pleased with that. No major drama. Got a lot of force coming down, you've got a lot of cavalry coming down. A lot of lancers here. Von Bülow likes his lancers, it's crikey. However, he's leading with dragoons. They're a little bit better than the lancers. And some hussars. And up here he had some death head hussars. Yeah, there we go. Nice unit. And let's have a look. Landwehr. Line troops, Fusiliers. Aren't they guard? So he's got... Yeah, he goes... Oh. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 batteries. I doubt that's all he's got. I would say he's got a lot of guns. The Allies at this time had loads of guns. And my army is quite depleted. I don't have the best troops. Napoleon's got all them. And he was at Grossbeeren, so he gave me, not the dregs, but don't have the best troops. Oh, well, we'll make do. We've got a lot of reinforcements coming, and I'm going to let him come to me. Right, as I said, I could just natter and talk all day. I'll get this sent back to Devon, and thank you for watching. Thank you very much for the comments. I appreciate them. I'm glad you have started to see some people that, you know, John Tiller games are underrated. They're criminally underrated, in my opinion. They're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. However, with a couple of house rules, it really does improve them. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.